Hi everybody, it has been a busy week and it'll continue to be a busy weekend. Come on along and I'll tell you all about it. Welcome back. It's Saturday morning, August 16th, and I'm preparing to go to the gallery for an awesome art opening with an artist named Andrew Judd. If you saw his interview that I did a few weeks back, you'll know that it's just so exciting. We did a reel about Andrew and about Andrew finding his birth mom at 40, and I'll put it here. It hit over 500,000 views. Check it out.
So I was adopted, found out that I was adopted when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
Long story short, at the age of almost 40, I was able to contact my birth mother. She was an artist. She was a painter.
That's amazing.
A painter, a poet, and she played piano.
Oh my goodness.
She opened the door and it was like I was looking in a mirror. And I always say I was like, if I was dressed in drag, that's what I would look like. And she said, let me take you to my studio. And I almost fell over when I walked into this space. Because on her easel, she had been painting arrows into her paintings.
Yeah.
And in my studio, and I'd never met her before in my life, at home, I was painting targets.
Talk about emotional experiences in your life. That must have been so profound.
It was unreal. And second to that were other paintings where she'd been painting keys and I'd been painting keyholes. So, I mean, I still get goosebumps.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's unbelievable.
Did you tell her?
Yeah, I said.
Like immediately?
I said, I've got painting. You have to see my paintings. And then I realized that's why I wanted to be an artist. Yes, environment is one thing for sure. It influences. But there's something within us that tells us this is the path.
This is the path. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? It's so interesting. So today I'm going to go to the gallery and I'm going to facilitate an interview, and his new show is up. So if you're local and you want to come, his show's going to be up for a couple of weeks. If you can get there by 2 this afternoon, that'll be great. But let me show you a few things that I've been doing to get ready for my garden party that's coming up. So I've been out in the garden, and these are a sunflower plant that I planted. It's called a Dwarf Sunflower. I don't even know where I got the seeds, but I'm going to look for it again. And these all came off the same plant. Look at the size of that one. Like, I want to show you. That's how big that is. It's huge. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So I'm sad that this won't be in the garden for my garden party, but I think I'm going to use this display for a video, and we'll paint some sunflowers with it. How does that sound? Sound good? All right. I've been spending a lot of time as well as gardening in putting together these little tiny frames. Aren't these so fun? These are oak frames by a company called Rustic Burl, and this is the first time I've ordered them. I'm having so much fun doing these little tiny paintings. Look at this little guy. I need a name, so that's the question of the day. What do I name the bear? And what do I name the cow? So I need your answer down below. But I've ordered a bunch. I ordered, I think, 10 of each size. And I'm putting in, so see, these are some of my abstracts. I don't even know if I'm putting my abstracts out at my garden party, but I'm loving it. And this is my bumblebee series. Do you kind of see how this is a bumblebee series? This one especially, I think you can see. But I'm having a lot of fun putting these little paintings in here and building this little collection of abstracts. And I believe I have some florals. Yeah. So these are all going to be available, and here's what I've got. I've got some 6x6 frames. I accidentally ordered 4x4s, so I had to go out and buy little canvases to fit these. But this is what I've been painting on. Just these little canvas boards. And I had to reorder 6x6 frames like this to put these in. And I've been painting on these, having a blast with these. And I'm gonna be putting them all in little frames and having these at my garden party. So these are available at the garden party, they will be, but I am putting together a email special sale. It's not really a sale, but it's special access to people who are on my newsletter list. So go to juliaveenstra.com and sign up for my newsletter list, and I will give first access, even before the garden party, to all of these, and they will be for sale there. I'm gonna do free shipping. I think these little guys are gonna be around $100. So I'm really putting together a sale that's gonna be great, but you gotta go sign up for my newsletters. So here's the reality of my poor husband has to live with art everywhere. So this is the reality. My studio is only so big, and I cannot store all of these paintings in my studio. So they come into the house, and I have a bit of a system. They come into the house, and anything that needs to be photographed goes into this room. This is my introvert room. This is the room that people come to when they want to get away from our wild and crazy family. I tend to put all the things that I need to have photographed on this side, and then we load them into the car and we take them to the studio, and then I bring them back and they go here. So this is my stash of paintings that I have done for the garden party. Some of them are going to be going into frames, and these are going to be also available through that email that I'm going to be sending out about probably the 3rd or 4th of September. So make sure you're on the newsletter list so that you can have access. But guys, I take it all the way down the hall. Things are on the floor, big paintings, an abstract that I'm working on. And then I often store canvases way back here in this hall, especially these big ones. These are 4x8s. I'm not gonna be able to do one of those before the studio tour, but which painting is this? Let me see if I can show you. So you're getting a sneak peek this Saturday morning. I'll take you out to the studio, but I'm so thankful to my buyers for the square foot show, for the pop edition. They sold right away, and they're gonna be shipped off this week. All right, let's go out to the studio. The garden needs some attention, but it's so hot. It's been in the 30s that I just can't. I've come out for 15 or 20 minutes and then just got so hot and a little overwhelmed. Not a heat stroke or anything, but just so hot that I couldn't do it. So next week is supposed to be in the low 20s, which will be a perfect day to do all of the little fine things that I need to do. But the garden looks good. It just, it just needs to be vacuumed and trimmed and all of that. So, and you'll see I have wagons full of debris and pots that need to be cleaned out, but it's enjoyable. Before we get into the studio, I want to show you my sign. So I went and I ordered my sign from my printer, and I have attached it to the back gate, and it'll let people know that they can come September 6th, 10 to 5, and how to find more details, and that the show is here. Look at these hydrangeas. Isn't this just the craziest? There's so many beautiful things that I'm gonna have to give you a little treat here of this little garden view. The morning glory in the back there is doing its thing. The salvia that I started from seed is doing its thing, and then off we go into the studio. All right, I don't even know how I left this, but this is just an update. I won't be painting or anything today. I'm just kind of giving you a little update this Saturday where I'm at, and I will be back in the studio finishing up paintings for my garden party and that special list sale that I'm going to be putting online. But look at, oh, this is from a photo from my garden. I absolutely love it. These are all color blocks, so these are not finished. These need some details. Here's one of the sunflowers that I looked at out my window, and these are just going to be all so cute in those little 4x4s, don't you think? I like this one. I'm really capturing distance with this one. I'm going to push it back even a little further. All right. All the reference material that I'm working on sits around. I've got rolled canvas. I've got beautiful art that my granddaughter Lauren created for me one day while we were hanging out. Here's a piece. I'm doing a video on this piece. This is a piece that I started when I was teaching a class, and I think that's going to be my next video on Monday. And here's a piece that I can't wait to get back to. And I think I have a video coming out on this piece as well. And this is going to fit nicely into one of those frames that you saw in my living room. Here's some prints I've got to embellish. This is an order that came in, and I need to embellish this week and then get that shipped to the customer. If you're watching, I'm going to do a great job on that. Yes, I am. And then here's some extra pieces that either got misprinted or something went wrong with them. Like here, there's a little mark in the print. So I can fix that with embellishing and have these available at my garden party as well. So the studio is not the tidiest, but it's not the messiest that it's ever been. Here's some abstracts that I've started. A little embarrassed about those, but you know, you always have to get through the embarrassing stage. All right, there's my update for Saturday. I'm gonna put this video together, get it launched, and just wanted to kind of check in and let you know. This week we did a square foot show video, live on Wednesday, so that I kind of counted that as my Thursday video. I did a great one on Monday where if you haven't seen it, go see that. That's where we taught about the elements of art with my daughter. If you saw that one and you loved it, let me know, because it was so much fun to do. So then again, I'm going out today to the gallery. I'm not sure if it's going to be conducive to creating a video about that interview with him. If I can, I will do that, and that'll be, you know, in the next week or two. But if you're local, come to Crown and Press and see Andrew Judd's presentation. I think you're just gonna love it. His work is so thought-provoking and interesting. And we'll see you in the next video. I gotta get going. See you later.